Happy Friday, boys and girls. My name is Jeffery Scott Mitchell. On last night, I turned on CNN. I turned it on just to see what the news was, just to see what they were going to be putting out there as the news of the day, just to pop in and see what's up. So I'm watching it, and the commercials came on. There were so many black people in commercials. There were so many people of color, but mainly black people in commercials, that it triggered me. I got upset and I turned it off. I just turned it off. I couldn't watch it. I could not watch it. There was so many black people, one right after the other, that it triggered something in me. And it's not that I'm racist. Okay, maybe I am. Quite frankly, I think we all are. I mean, how can you not think that your race or your designation, even if race is a construct, what we think race is, how can you not think that's the best? And then again, this was kind of orchestrated because I thought it was my head. But then again, lately I've been running across white people who don't think that their race is the best. You will never hear a black person talk bad about their race. They'll say bad things about them. They'll say they don't like this, they don't say that. They might say this, but they won't say that they don't like them, or that they're not good, or that they're bad. There's a few white people I'm noticing who openly say and probably believe that the white race is not good. I don't know how to put, I don't know the right words right now. But they definitely white people had detrimental things to say about their own race. It sounded like the same program black narrative, the whole white silence is violence push or whatever, the way people are pressured socially, abstractly or whatever, to fit that to say the right thing when it comes to race, to feel a certain way when it comes to race, to virtue signal a certain way when it comes to race. And if you're white right now, that's probably the only thing you can do. You can't say anything opposing. You can't even ask a question. Well, what about racist? You're racist. And the thing about the CNN that got me about, why I just saw so many black people on there. Again, it's not that I'm racist, but I probably am, but that's not the point. The point is, it's the absurdity of it all. The absurdity triggered me. It's like, what do you think I am, stupid? And I don't even use the word stupid. So you know how excited I am about it. And then I thought about it, and I'm looking at the commercials, and I'm watching daytime TV programming, and it is remedial. It is truly remedial. I'm watching some of the programming and some of the commercials, and I'm like, who are these people? Who are they marketing to? They're marketing at such a low, I know that's subjective, and it's definitely, saying low and high, but you understand, at such a low intellectual level class of people. Or maybe I might be bougie, maybe I'm upper middle class, maybe I'm upper this, maybe I'm, close to being part of the 1%, educated, affluent, assimilated. Maybe I have forgotten about some of the people who are quote unquote left behind or at risk or have challenges. And I probably did. And no, I didn't forget about them. I know about them. And that brings me to another point. The commercials that I saw on CNN with all these black people in them, they were lower middle class at best. They were targeted at lower middle class at best. Somebody struggling, or my neighborhood had to fight to get to school. These commercials were patronizing or not patronizing or highlighting a segment of the population that is at risk or has challenges. And I understand that. I understand that. But all of them, all the black people that I saw in these commercials, they either were a female trying to be tough and be a boy, not be a boy, I didn't mean to say that, I take that back, to be a tough or to take on masculine, assertive, traditionally masculine, assertive demeanor, or they were of a black male dressed kind of hip-hoppy in today's, younger style, who was facing like inner city challenges or trying to overcome something. And these same people were being used to market product, say like Sprite or something or this or that. And then on top of that, I'm watching the game, all black people in there too, same thing, going after that same, I don't know if the word is demographic, like a lower income demographic. And then you watch an NBA game and the fan duels, the sports gaming. You got all these black stars, Jamie Foxx, Charles Barkley. I mean, Kevin Hart. You got some major stars promoting sports gambling. And let me tell you this, sports gambling doesn't hit the hood. Sports gambling doesn't hit the hood. People who you would think should not be gambling are gambling. Sports gambling's hit the hood. And I was talking to my daughter about it. She was like, yeah. And then she pointed out, he's the one who brought it to my attention, that it's Jamie Foxx and Kevin Hart, Kevin Garnett. Who else got one? Reggie Miller? No, I think he didn't do one. But all those people are pushing sports gambling. And that's going like an injection right into the arm of black society. That's just like, hey, look. And it was to the point, and this was months ago, and it's even gotten worse. It's to the point now, months ago, I was like, you watch. The sports gambling industry is going to lobby to get more stimulus checks into the hood so they can spend that money on gambling. And I'm not condoning that. I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying that's just the way things work. That's just the way things work. It's business. Just like with CNN. Like this week, there was like the guy who shot the boy through the door and the police in Akron got off. There was a lot of racial tension. And I was like, CNN has got to enjoy this. CNN has got to be happy about this because it increases their viewership. It increases their clicks, their ratings, everything. People are going to tune in just to see that. In fact, that's why I tuned in. That's why I turned on CNN, just to see what they were saying about this particular situation that went down, just to get the air, to what angle they were going at. And then when I did turn it on, it just so happened I turned it on. It was a panel of 5 women, 4 of them white, 1 of them black, and the black one was explaining the narrative of these situations. It was, I mean, it's just absurd. To me, it's insulting and absurd. It's not that I'm against black people. I'm not against anybody. I might be against the stereotypical idea of what black culture is. I might be against what I believe the black culture itself has taken on to be as itself. The things that are celebrated. There's some ratchet stuff going down that's getting passed around like candy in the black community. I don't see white people doing that. I'm not saying they don't do it. I'm not saying they don't do that. I'm not saying that white people are, not doing this. It's only black people. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I don't see it. And if I don't see it, you can go back and say that's programming. And who controls the programming? It sure ain't black people. And I'm being stereotypical when I say that, but I think we can probably almost agree that a large percentage of the corporate executives running this place are white male. Because after all, they built the damn place. They built all this. Hell, if I built it, I'd be in charge too. Like I said, one time I said, if I was white back in slave days, y'all still be slaves. I wouldn't have let it go. But see, I mean, that's just the enthusiasm that I can have in my understanding that people believe different than me and they'll fight for what they believe in, even if it's right, wrong, left, right, up, down, if I agree with it or not. So, I mean, it's the absurdity of it all. It's lowbrow. It's guttural almost. I'm talking about, well, I could apply that to some of the memes and stuff that get passed around in the black community, and the rashness of booty shaking, the overly makeup. And I'm not saying white people don't do that. I am not saying white people don't do that. I'm saying I don't see it. I'm saying that I don't see it. I see ratchet black folks doing this, doing that, acting out in public, fighting, this and that. In fact, I even Google. If somebody got some links, send them to me. I want to see. I even Google white trash, white fights. I'm gonna try to find it. Now you might say, yeah, the white man don't want you to see it. White man don't want you to see it. Yeah, that might be true. And it also might be to keep the black people as a victim narrative going. Because once y'all find out that there's poor white people going through worse than y'all, that takes away the whole prejudice, y'all keeping us down thing. That's a direct hit to racism. If you find out that police brutality is across the board, and if you do the stats, if you do look at the statistics and data, it is across the board. The only thing we see on CNN and MSNBC is when a white person kills a black person. If a black person kills a white person, we ain't gonna see it. It ain't gonna be on TV. Anyway, y'all know what I'm saying. It's just absurd. It's just absurd to me. I'm offended by it. I'm insulted by it. I think it's not trivial. I think it's patronizing. I think it's just demeaning to me. I take it personally, and I'm triggered by it, and I maybe don't even know why. I really maybe don't even know why. But you watch, you put on TV, and it's not like you see a professor, a black person being a professor, or somebody, a highbrow black people. It's like that's hidden too. Poor whites are hidden, and highbrow assimilated black people who are happy and made it, and just made it to a point to where they're not even on the racial tip no more. Where race is something behind them. It's like, oh. But they're gonna market this stuff and push it out for the people who are triggered by it, for black people who may have grown so far away from the culture that they do things to make themselves, they virtue signal to make themselves feel black. I definitely see that all the time on Facebook. People I know damn well don't know nothing about black people, who I know damn well don't know nothing about black people, virtue signaling about this and that. Oh, this happened in so-and-so place. Oh, now what happened now? Oh, this and that. And just about every other post they post is about what white people did to black people. I don't know. See how excited I get about it? Plus, I feel good. Let's just face it. It's Friday. It's sunny. I feel good. My blood pressure's down. My weight is down. I got added energy that I haven't had in a while. I'm able to produce and create, and it feels good. It's like maybe for 2 or 3 years I was hibernating, or I was inside myself. I was internal, and I was thinking just now walking out that is an experience. Maybe I quote unquote needed that. Maybe that's going to benefit me. So that now all this built up. And during that time, it wasn't like I was completely dormant or stagnant. I was making progress, building here, building this, getting out of place. So now I had the accident. Boom, it knocked me out of my stupor. And now I'm just ready to go. I got things in place. I got equipment. Things are lined up. I'm just ready to run. Right when the energy comes back. Whew, that was good, huh? That was good. Anyway, I feel like swinging on y'all. I should just let it go, huh? Not let it go, but I should finish it up. It don't got to be a long one. Swinging on y'all 2 times. Nah, I better save it. I think I got another one coming.